Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Tyson with Repair My Funnel, and today we're going to be doing another deep dive video on one of the components around appointments within ClickFunnels 2.0. The Appointments app within ClickFunnels 2.0 is essentially an all-in-one booking tool that allows people to schedule calls with you, whether it's conferencing or one-on-one, maybe sales calls, whatever it is. It allows you to do it directly on the platform here. Connect all of your calendars and stuff in one area. Your softwares like Zoom and GoTo, all that good stuff. You can bring it all in one area and allow people to essentially book times with you directly on the platform without having to use third-party softwares. So with that said, today specifically we'll be diving into setting up an actual event in the app. If we go over here and click on appointments, I'll show you what I'm talking about. The event types option right here. So let's go ahead and click on that directly. We'll show you how to get started with this and essentially how we're going to actually create a booking page where people can select times to get on a call with you. Okay, the first thing we can do when we come to this specific tab inside of the platform is click on Add Events, type right here or over on the right side or in the middle of the screen if you have nothing set up at this point. All right, once you do so, it'll show a little pop-up where you can select the actual event type that you are trying to create here, whether that's one-on-one, a collective. This is more or less something like an interview, right, or a group sales call. And then you have round robin as well. So if you have multiple sales people on your team and you want to make sure things are evenly distributed or distributed at random, this is the option you want to end up using. All right, now for today's example, we'll be using the one-on-one feature up here at the very top as far as the event type. And once you click on that, it'll take us to this page right here where we can actually go in and set up the event type itself. All right, so let's give this guy a name. We'll call it one-on-one booking. All right, keep it simple. Make sure it's pretty straight to the point for the example. At least, obviously, name it whatever you want. But after that, we'll go ahead and select the domain that you would like to create this booking page under. And for me, I'm going to use repairmyfunnel.com. There we go. And then right here, we'll actually be able to create the URL people will be able to find this page at. Right, it'll be yourdomain.com / whatever you put right here. Let's go ahead and I'll do just one-on-one. There we go. Okay, after that, we'll go ahead and scroll down and then you can go ahead and select what happens after the booking. By default, it's going to take people to a confirmation page saying that, hey, congratulations, you have actually signed up and you're good to go for this call. All right, but you have other options as well, such as redirecting to a specific funnel. You can redirect to a specific funnel step or funnel page. You can do a specific URL, totally up to you. Now, by default, I usually go with the display confirmation page, but select what is right for you in this particular case. All right, after that, create an actual description for this booking event so that people actually know what they are signing up for. This is going to be a one-on-one deep dive. We help level up your business. Fantastic. All right. After that, we can select the actual color that you want to be used on the booking page itself. I'm just going to use this one as an example, but you can customize the actual hex code right over here. Just click on the little pencil icon. It creates whatever color you want to use there, or select whatever color you want to use. If you do have a custom color, also make sure to do that. Otherwise, you can select from the existing options right here. All right. Below that, you have an option to set up your actual image. I'm going to go ahead and select our logo here. Actually, I might even have it in the workspace. Possibly. Maybe. Should. There it is. Fantastic. We got the logo in place. After that, we have the option to hide scheduling by ClickFunnels. So do you want there to be a branding option there or not with ClickFunnels? If you leave that on, automatically if someone clicks on it, I believe you get kickback for their affiliate program if they sign up for ClickFunnels after that. I usually hide that personally just because I don't want to confuse people with branding and we want to make sure everything is on point with what we're trying to set up. Okay. Below that, when can people book this event? All right. So you can have a specific date range. So maybe it cuts off to a specific time, or you can make it so it is within a specific time period. So 60 days in the future and it adjusts every day, right? So just going to keep staying within that same profile of 60 days. I usually like to do 30 days out just in case, so I can kind of change things up in my schedule and adjust things as necessary if needed. All right. Otherwise, you have specific date range, right? So they can only book between now and, I don't know. Let's see. We'll do here from the 26th to the 26th. There we go. So they can only book for this specific month, and then after that, nothing will be available. All right. And then definitely, it just essentially keeps your calendar open forever. All right, beneath that we have the duration of the meeting. So you can go over here and specify how long this is actually going to be run, how long this event or this call is actually going to be spread out for. This helps for scheduling. Obviously, if you do 30-minute blocks, you want to make sure you have the correct time period there. If you select 1 hour, that's how it's going to show up on your calendar, and there's yeah, so you know for that. Moving down, we have event hosts, right? So you can select the actual person that will be running this call. All right, so if you have more than one person on your team, select the correct person, and after that you can select their schedule, whatever matches up with them. The schedule is going to be created over here under availability schedules. By default, there's already one set up inside the workspace, and I will do another deep dive video on that as well. If you are curious, just check below, maybe it'll be a recommended video, or there'll be a specific playlist on the Appointments app within our YouTube channel. All right, but moving forward, we have the option right here for location type. So you have the option of conferencing, in-person, or custom. If you're doing an online meeting, such as like a Google Meet or a Zoom, you can select conferencing, and that is that. After that, select the actual conferencing type. By default, if you have, say, connected to Google Calendar, Google Meet will be the primary option right there when it comes to booking type. So when someone books a time on your calendar, it will then add the meeting to your calendar and theirs and generate a meeting link with Google Meets, right? Whatever other option you use for calendars, I believe does the same thing. So I think Microsoft was on there as well. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure there was though. It should then do the same thing, use Teams as a default, and create that booking link for you and the other person. Send it to your email, all the good stuff right away as soon as they book that time. All right, but you have the option to also set up different conferencing tools as well. In my case, I use Zoom, so I just gotta select Zoom from that drop down, and then that would be the actual location things will be booked from moving forward. So when someone books a time, it'll create a Zoom link for the call itself, send it to their email and mine, add it to both of our calendars, and that's that. All right, moving down, if you want to make sure that this is a paid call, so someone actually has to pay to be on this call, just select this little toggle switch right here. You can then select the product that you have created inside of your account. If you don't have a product created, make sure to head over here to products, create that product, come back over here, select that in a drop down, and then you can actually select the price. All this right here will be created with the product itself. So make sure to do that first, then come back over here, turn that on if it is applicable. All right, from there, below that we have additional rules, right? So essentially buffer before or after. If you want there to be a gap before the call or after your calls, you can create that here. I usually like to do maybe like a at least a 10-minute buffer, depending on how long the call is or what the call is supposed to be about. I will remove or add time if necessary. If it's, say, just a one-on-one strategy call, maybe I'll do like a 15-minute buffer there, just in case things go a little bit longer than expected, right? Anyways, moving down. The next thing we have there is show available times, start times in increments of 30 minutes. All right. This is essentially how it's going to display on the actual page itself. When people are booking a time with you, it'll show when they can book in 30-minute increments, and it'll also take into account this right here, before and after times. So it'll take that into account, understand that you need 30 minutes at least to book an appointment, and it will find all the time slots that work with your calendar and theirs directly on that page. All right. Actually, not theirs. They'll find what works best for their calendar. All right. All right. Below that, we have an option for minimum schedule buffer. So people can't book out maybe like 1 hour before the actual call time. So maybe you have to actually get ready for this call. You don't want people to book out 30 minutes from now or an hour from now. You want to make sure there's actual time for you to go and prepare for this meeting, depending on what this call is about. You can set that up right here. So people cannot book 4 hours from the actual start of that appointment. They have to book maybe the next day or the day after that, and that would totally be fine. All right. And you can also set up how many appointments you will be taking that day. If you only want 3 people or talk to 3 people that day, awesome. That's all that will be available. All right. After that, we have the last thing before we can actually create this event, which is going to be automatic time zone. By default, this will be toggled on. This is just going to base all the times and the calls that will display on your booking page to the person's time zone that is viewing it. So if they're in the West Coast, it'll show Pacific Standard Time. If they're on the East Coast and say like New York or something, it'll show Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Otherwise, you can specify if you want to turn that off and just lock it in under a specific time zone. But it's always nice to have it automatically translated to their time. So I always leave it on. All right. From there, we'll go ahead and click on Create Event, and that is basically it. All right. Everything should be good to go at this point. Now, to preview the actual booking page, just go ahead and copy this little link right here. All you have to do is click on the little copy icon right at the end of that path name, or the URL that we see right here. And actually, it looks like you can click anywhere there and it'll copy, which is nice. All right. From there, let's go ahead and just open up another tab. I'll paste that in there so we can see what this actually looks like. There we go. That's what the calendar page actually looks like. You'll see the description over here on the left with the name of the booking or the event right there. You can select the time zone right here, and then we can select the day, or sorry, the time rather. You can select the day right here on the calendar. Boom, boom. I want this time. Confirm, and it'll have you go in and provide your name, email, phone number. All right. There we go. That's all you need to know for that. Now, to actually add this to a page within ClickFunnels 2.0, we might as well walk through that as well. All you have to do is click over here on this little copy embed code option, and it'll show the embed code that is needed to actually bring this in and add it to one of your funnel pages or landing pages, whatever it is that you're trying to set this up on. We can just add it directly to it. So let's go ahead and copy that real quick, and I'll show you how to add it. All right, let's go to funnels. I'll just create a new funnel for this as an example. Create funnel. I'm going to start from scratch, and we'll call this appointments testing funnel. Create the funnel, and after that, we'll just create a new step in the sequence. Page. We'll go with new page. Calendar. Embed. There we go, and that's all we need to do to create the page. After that, click on edit. Hover over the image itself. As of right now, it's saying thumbnail is loading, something's actually there. And then click on edit. From there, all we need to do is go in and actually add a section, add a row, and we'll add a new element to the row. The one we're looking for is going to be HTML/JS. Click on that directly, and then just click directly on the element itself. And then you'll see a little pop-up appear on the right-hand side. Click on Open Code Editor, and just paste in the actual embed link that we have copied. That is it. After that, we'll go ahead and click on the little X icon, click on Save, and you can preview the page to see what it actually looks like. That's it. Now, this process is going to be the exact same, no matter whether you're on a landing page or a funnel step here. It's going to be the exact same thing. Just go and add a new element. From there, we're looking for the HTML/JS element. So just type that in or scroll down until you find the right one. I'll type in HTML. Right, and then as soon as you start typing that in, it should just pop up. After that, click on it directly, and you should be good to go. Same thing actually goes for courses. You can do that within lessons. You can do anywhere that you see the editor right here. You should be able to achieve the same functionality. All right, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this walkthrough when it comes to setting up event types and embedding everything and making sure that you can actually see the live booking page. If you have any questions or would like some clarification around anything, make sure to leave a comment down below. We're happy to help. I'll point you in the right direction as best I can. If you have any recommendations or requests for future videos, make sure to leave that in the comments down below as well. All right, with that said, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will catch you in the next video.